What is up, everybody? I am RC Gates, and today for our art book spotlight, we are going to be taking a look at an artist who is very well known for his specific way of drawing women, and also for his creations of Gen 13 and Danger Girl. He is a very prolific cover artist right now, so please join me as we take a look at J. Scott Campbell's Ruff Stuff. Alright, so this is J. Scott Campbell's The Ruff Stuff. Pretty much his sketchbook of just some figure sketches that he's done, as well as some random art pieces that are a bit more finished than just random body drawings. So it's actually a pretty small book. I believe that he has these on his website for sale. I think that's where I picked it up, if I'm remembering correctly. And they just give you a little look into his art and sometimes his process of doing art. So as you can see, there's not really any like divisions between pictures. They all just like mold into one giant piece sometimes. You'll have these different interpretations of the same artwork, like this bit of, I would assume this is Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, and then there's this random cowgirl on a horse up in the corner. Presumably one wouldn't think that those have anything to do with each other, but they're all on the same pages. And then there's ones where you'll see different thumbnail sketches behind a almost finished piece, like these ones where there's bits where there's not really much detail. There's just a body outline to it. And then there's the larger piece where there's much more detail brought to it. And then you also have the parts where he just decides to draw his own sexy ladies in there, where no one was going to be complaining about that. Least of all me, because I like how he draws women a lot. And so we have presumably Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy, Vampirella, Harley Quinn, Batgirl, another cowgirl chick, and someone who I have no idea who that is. But all these it's a nice way of showing messy line art and just like the way that he draws anatomy, while also not really showing everything perfectly. Like, whenever we took a look at the Bruce Timm art book, all of those, or most of those, had one piece per page, or all of them were finished pieces on a page. And with this one, there's a lot of different interpretations of one thing. Like this. There's the finished piece on this side with Baroness and Destro. There's thumbnail sketches in the background. And then there's several different poses from different angles on this side. Now, all of them could be thrown onto one page. All of them could be expanded over several pages. But it's really all up to however he decided to format this book. And going into this as an artist, it's sort of relieving, because whenever you take a look at these pages, you don't see stuff that's all entirely finished. You'll see them occasionally, but you'll also see all of the different steps that he went through to finish those and to develop that thought process. Like this one. Like, there's even little bits where he'll write in what stuff is coming to mind whenever he's drawing it. Like this one has underlined and with several exclamation points, sexy, or long and lean. or curvaceous. And if anyone knows J. Scott Campbell's artwork, his women are long and lean, so it definitely fits quite well. And then, like, even with these pieces right here, it's very much similar to the first page with Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, where there is a full completed piece, and then as you go into the pages, you'll see that there is other stuff in the background, like a smaller thumbnail sketch right here, a sort of like an anatomy study over in this corner, and then just, I don't know why Harry Potter's over here, but he is. Then we have, these might be characters who actually exist in comics right now, but I do not know who they are. So I'm going to go with Ninja and Hot Spy Girl, which look awesome. Really wish I could draw like that. And then we have, presumably, Daniel Craig's James Bond, because I know that pose in the corner from the movie cover of Casino Royale, if I'm remembering correctly. Looks quite accurate, actually. And here we have Black Cat. And probably one of the more popular pieces from J. Scott Campbell is whenever he drew her with the Spider-Man t-shirt. So this is pretty much showing a sketch of that, which I really like. So definitely a net positive for me and for anybody watching. And here we have Ash versus, what was it? It was Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. If none of you know, there was actually a horror movie called Freddy vs. Jason, which combined Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. And they were going to do a sequel to that with bringing in the Evil Dead franchise, but that sort of fell through, and it was only put out as a comic series. And I think J. Scott Campbell may have done a variant cover for some of those books. So seeing this in here is pretty cool. Now this one's a little bit new. This one has, almost looks like comic panels to it, or they're thumbnail sketches for, I don't know, it looks like a band cover, but it's drawn as a comic cover. I honestly have no idea what's going on with this page. We have, presumably, I'm going to guess that this guy in the background is Clark Kent. So I'm going to assume that this is Lois Lane, and this may be Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, because this has Daily Planet on the sketch in the background. So we have those. We have various different Justice League members, Wonder Woman, Batgirl, even though I don't think she's in the Justice League per se, Supergirl, another Supergirl, Zatanna. Okay. I need to see him draw more of Zatanna. And we have Green Lantern as well. And we got Spider-Man versus Venom. We pretty much see a step-by-step sketch of Venom's pose all the way across, almost in like a swirling motion across the page. So that's pretty cool. And here we got J. Scott Campbell's interpretation of mermaids. I'm not sure if that is Ariel or not, but hey, it's still J. Scott Campbell drawing mermaids. The more skin, the better. And we got the Avengers. Looks like we've got some perspective lines over here as well. And here we have, I would guess, Thor, and I don't know the comics well enough to tell who exactly those are. I'm going to guess one of them is Valkyrie, but I don't know who the other one is. So I will leave that up to you guys to tell me in the comments who the other girl is. Or if I'm completely wrong with both of them, and just tell me which one. Leaving that up to you guys. This one is presumably just a random chick. But she's holding a skull and she looks like she's crying. Cuddling up to a bear, which that would probably rip her to shreds. And maybe fighting someone off. I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe it's an original character. But she has like a bikini with skull designs on them. Pretty cool. Now we got the Star Wars stuff. We got Princess Leia in her metal bikini and her choking Jabba, as well as Darth Vader and several other. Wow. Oh, okay. So he did an interpretation of Ursula from Little Mermaid combined with that Slave Leia aesthetic. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, and these ones are definitely much more sketchy than the other pieces, because I cannot tell who any of these characters are. So, once again, I'm going to be leaving that up to you. Looks like he did some almost like logo design over here with the paws and the leg movement stuff over here. So, it actually looks quite cool. And we've got a velociraptor over here. This is presumably art from the Savage Land, because this looks like Rogue. I know I've seen this finished sketch on a comic cover at some point. I just don't remember who it is. And this one says something about a panther jungle girl. So presumably that has something to do with the character. Some more sexy ladies. Various manners of drawing. And, whoa, okay. This one actually has some, like, color wash to it. I want to say this has to do with some sort of, like, vampire show, because these guys all have teeth. Probably right about that. Maybe it's like, why is True Blood coming to mind? That might be what it's coming from. Because I see a lot of J. Scott Campbell's like cover art all over the place, and I may have seen something very similar to that on like eBay or something. But yeah, that's the last piece in this book. And yeah, it's always a good thing to see an artist's method of drawing all these lovely pieces. And I definitely recommend checking this out. So, I believe they're available on his website. That may have changed since I got them, but definitely keep an eye out for them. They're definitely worth checking out. Well, that is all that I have for you guys today. Please make sure to like the video, comment what your thoughts are, and also to subscribe to the channel so that you'll be able to see more content just like this. Thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.